Hello and welcome to another episode of The Social Connection. I am your host, Luis Mendieta, and today we had an extraordinary musician with us, Xiao Dong Wei. Am I saying your name right?
Yes.
Thank you. Xiao Dong Wei plays an instrument. It's called the arhu. And the instrument, it is a two-string violin, and it's a Chinese instrument. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell us about it. What can you tell us about how you learn how to play that instrument?
My father plays many Chinese instruments. So when I was 5 years old, and he decided to teach me. Actually, he decided to teach my older sister because at that time she was 8 years old. And he started to teach her. We had all our neighborhood people, all our neighbors there witness this evening because my father was the first one put a tube TV together, 9-inch black and white.
Wow.
So on the whole street, we're the only one have TV.
When was this? What time?
That was like 1970.
1970s, so right around
Yeah.
there. Oh, that's good. So that's how you start learning how to play the instrument?
Yes, and then he decided one day, every evening after dinner, people would come to my house to watch TV. And one night he decided, okay, tonight we're not going to watch TV. Everybody going to see, I'll start teach my daughter the erhu. So he started to teach my sister. And the erhu have two strings, what we call inside and outside, because the bow is tracked in between.
Okay.
So we play this way and that way. And what he basically taught my sister was 2 times inside, 1 time outside, or something like that. And also, he was mimicking the goose sound, like a gur gur ga, gur gur ga, the gur ga gur ga gur gur ga. So it's 2 outside, 1 inside, yeah. And the strings tune the 5th, so it's D and A. And he started teach her, and she just not responding too well. So by the time I was laying on the bed, I was looking and said, that looks so easy. So everybody was looking at me. I was so small. I was like 5, and they said, easy, you try it. So I jumped out. I was so happy. Let me try. And then he started teaching me, and that's it.
And that's how you learn it. Incredible. Yeah. 5 years old, and your sister, who was not really interested on this, but you, a 5-year-old, by just watching her, you were just amazed, and you just said, I want to do that, and you learn it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. What can you tell me? How old is this instrument? I mean,
this instrument, the history traces back to Tang Dynasty.
Oh.
So it's over 1,200 years.
1,200 years,
yeah,
wow.
8th century. And it was recorded as a plucked instrument. It's very interesting, but we don't have any pictures to show that. And the 2 strings was made of silk.
Oh.
And was scripted by a bamboo stick originally. Now the string is just a steel brass, and like every violin string,
right.
The same.
Well, that's wonderful. I think that the sound that comes out of the erhu is so special. It has a unique sound, and that's what is so special about it. Tell us about when you came to the U.S. What was your first impression? What happened? What was in your mind seeing the United States?
Oh, this is not the same with the one U.S. in the movie because there it's like all the high buildings like in New York, Chicago, downtown,
yes.
Right? So all the houses are so low and small, and like it wasn't the same to me. And another big impression is all those trucks, big trucks on the road, and they're very clean and beautiful and big. Another thing is when we travel, we drive a lot. That's why I see a lot of trucks, and I listen to all the music. You know, I turn on station, different style music. That really attractive, you know, to me, because we haven't heard so many kind of music when we were back in China.
Yeah. So when you were in China at the time, and I believe maybe in the 70s and all that, music was so different what they listen now in China, I'm sure, because of technology has changed a lot. And you come to the US, you hear new music, new sounds, and you really got involved in that. And then you decided to, maybe I can use my instrument and try to play that.
Yeah, and back then, like the music we consider like, if it's rock music, that's bad. Bad stuff. Or, you know, Ensemble is like long hair and rock music. Mm-hmm. Those are not good.
Not good.
Not good. So, by that time, some people are smuggling those Western CDs, rock music, pop music, into China on CD. And then, of course, the government always destroy them. So, but we did get some, you know, from those people.
Who was your favorite artist at the time when you listened to it?
Oh my gosh, you probably wouldn't want to know.
Oh, well, I would like to hear it. Sure, why not?
Well, the only person I know, American musician, guess who? John Denver.
John Denver, wow, that's wonderful.
So all we heard is Western classical and a little bit country. Yes, that's all we heard. Yes. Nothing else. We didn't have jazz. We didn't have, you know, rock and roll, bluegrass. Nothing else.
Nothing
so
like
that's
that.
the only person I know. But later, like I said, when we start smuggling, but that was in the 90s, into the 90s. You know, we start here Bjork and here, you know.
Well, I would like for you to tell all our audience here of the things that you have done, because you have been playing on the Conservatory of Beijing, which is like amazing. You know, to me, it's like it's a very serious musician right here.
Yeah, I studied there in 10 years.
For 10 years, you studied there and you play there too.
Yeah, we play. Yes. We have an ensemble, and then after that, I worked in the motion picture orchestra.
Okay.
For 4 years before I moved here.
In China?
Yeah.
Wow. So the motion pictures orchestra in China, and you I guess play all the songs, all those movies.
Yeah, we record lots of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You did anything with any famous actors there that they do in their movies?
You know, we don't even know. We just get called to go to the studio. Okay, this is what we didn't even care. Okay, go there, do our job, and go.
Oh, that was it. Well, what can you tell us about here now that you're in Michigan? Why you love Michigan so much? When you could have been anywhere else, of course.
Oh, come on, that's Detroit.
I know. Detroit,
legendary music, right?
Yes, that's right.
So that's when I first came to Detroit, people said, why you stay there, you know, especially that hard time we had. But nowhere is perfect, and Detroit has been good to me, and I love the music here, and there's so many variety. People come all over to come see.
Yeah, Motown, I'm sure, had changed you to see different things because of the music that we play here. I guess Detroit is being well known, you know, by the music, and I know that your influence has changed too, because not only that you play classical, but you also play some rock. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, you do, and you use the instruments that you play. Now, tell me something about the instruments. What kind of instruments do you play? Because you not only play the erhu, you also play all the kinds of instruments.
Right. Erhu is a Chinese violin. Guzheng is another instrument I play. It's a Chinese harp. It has 21 strings.
Wow.
And I play some Chinese pipa. It's a Chinese lute, pear-shaped lute.
So what would be the difference between a harp and to this harp that is different? The one that has
so we call it table harp. So lay on this way.
Oh, lay down.
Flat. Yeah.
Flat. Well, that's wonderful. So now, what you been doing lately?
Lately, teach a lot.
You teach a lot.
Yeah,
okay.
I got a student, and I start have group lessons so more people would know about Chinese music. I'm now really into promoting this instrument.
Have you recorded
Instruments.
music, right? I know that you have
Yes.
recorded some music and you
Yes.
have some CDs up there,
Yes.
and people can always hear it. And I know that they can look for you. I know you are on YouTube. You are everywhere, so people can always look for you. And I know that it's wonderful. The kind of music that you play, what do you consider there will be more? Classical or contemporary?
You know, that is it's hard to choose in between. I grew up, I raised up, I was trained classical, so I always love it. I'll never give up that part of it. And the other part is I love the new music, try different things just for fun. I just love everything.
That's good. Where have you played in the U.S. that you say, oh, I play here, I play there? Also international. You have traveled to other countries and played too.
Yeah, in Asia and went to Japan.
Japan?
Mostly, yeah. Here I play in New York, California, Arizona, Florida.
So you cover a lot of the
Chicago.
states, which is pretty good. I'm sure that you're wonderful. And tell us, so what happened to the rest of your family, your sisters and all that? They continue playing any instruments or only you?
Only me. So my sister, older sister, never. I had two older sisters, one younger sister, and the two older sisters. I mean, the older one, my dad was teaching, never picked it up, and actually after me, my dad was trying to teach my younger sister, but she would. I don't know, it's by chance or what. Every time she practiced and she gets sick. So she was the youngest one. My mom said, "Oh my gosh, just too hard for her." So she stopped it. But she, regretted. She wished she did the instrument. She always blamed my dad. Why did you push me?
So tell us, what would you tell someone who wants to learn how to play this instrument? What would you tell them that it would be like? When you start teaching, what would be the very first steps to do, and how can they get an instrument like this here?
I have shaped some instrument in,
Okay.
so people can easily access to it. They can, if they're not sure if they're gonna continue, and they can rent the instrument, and so they can decide to have more time decide.
Okay.
And when the arco is a bow instrument, so the first you can start learning how to, just like violin. So that's why it's called Chinese violin. So many similarities.
Yes.
And start with the bowing first.
Yeah. Every time I watch you play your instrument, you're so passionate. I see you closing your eyes. You give yourself into the instrument, and it's something that it is very beautiful of seeing of someone who, when you enjoy doing it, and it really shows a lot. I seen your performances, and it's unbelievable.
Thank you.
What I wanted to tell you is, how can we get in touch with you? How can we talk to you trying to learn how to play these instruments?
So I have a website.
Okay.
My name is xiaodongwei.com, and I'm also on Facebook.
Okay.
So you can look for me.
So we can reach and we can look for you.
Yeah.
So that sounds very, very wonderful. And I'm sure that everybody is going to enjoy, listen to I'm sorry, I'm missing your name here, Sean Don Wayne, which is going to be something very special for us to hear you play right here in our studio. When we come back, we're going to hear her performances, and we're going to enjoy, and believe me, what you're going to hear is going to be incredibly beautiful. So we'll see you in a minute.
This instrument is called the guzheng. It's over 2,000 years old history. The song I'm going to play is called The Fisherman Singing in the Dawn, 渔舟唱晚. This song I'm going to play is called Horse Racing. It's a Mongolia style music. It's pretty fast-paced song, but this instrument is very beautiful for playing slow piece. So I'm gonna add a little part that is my own composition before the horse racing.
What a wonderful performance. We truly enjoy it, and I hope you have too. I want to thank Sean Dunwayne for being here with us, and you can find her on YouTube, Facebook, and you can hear all the songs and music that she plays on one of those medias. And don't forget to tune in here on The Social Connection. I am your host, Luis Mendieta.